Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I was going through the inventory in my sewing room of all of my fabrics, and I have a lot of fabric. I'm not going to lie to you, I probably have too much fabric, but if you like to sew like I do, you never feel like you have too much fabric. You always feel like you need more. But many of my fabric pieces were small. I had very few pieces left that were large. So if I wanted to cover the back of a quilt or some other large blanket, I didn't have anything. So I always like to keep fabric on stock because I live really far away from fabric stores. But I'm really lucky that in my little town, we have a Walmart, and luckily enough, it has a fabric and craft section. And the fabrics there are nice. They're not the highest quality, but they're good enough for the things that I work on. And they're half the price of what Joann Fabrics and Crafts is. So I'm going to go over some of these things and let you know what I like to use them for and maybe some of the things I might be working on in the near future. So I have a lot of pink and peach. And I needed these because spring is almost here and I wanted to create some projects using some nice spring colors, no matter what I'm making, whether it's clothing or decorative things for the house, because I'm always loving to change the pillows in my home. So here are the pinks right here, and this is more of a peach. I absolutely love this fabric. Now, Walmart has some novelty fabrics, and I've purchased a lot of novelty fabrics from there, but I didn't want anything novelty. I really wanted just some basic, not real bold prints, just something really simple that would go with almost anything. Now this one, the red here, I picked with something specific in mind, and it's mostly this one here. Let me open it up a little more. I want to make some really beautiful simple country curtains that are really basic, and really they don't have to be called country curtains. You can even use them in a contemporary home, and you're going to be surprised how simple those are. So I hopefully will be working on that video within the next few weeks. Now let's take a look at some more fabric. I love yellow, and all I had was tiny pieces of fabric. So I went and bought this. And I also love anything with polka dots on it. And I especially like the ones with really small polka dots. And then this was really nice. It had little wavy lines through it that were white. And so you could even use these two fabrics together. But this is nice accent fabric. That's why I liked it. I was also very low on purple, and this is kind of a contemporary style here. Really, really pretty color. Great for some Easter project that you could use. And this was nice. I'm about to work on these little stuffed dolls, and I sort of liked this color, so I'm thinking about making the clothes for the stuffed dolls out of this fabric. And then of course there's this little mini plaid that's got a little bit of blue and actually some of this green in it too. I got just a little bit more to show you. Black check and plaids are very popular right now, and I was extremely low on it. I had just a tiny, tiny piece left. So I really like this. You could actually make even the curtains out of this. If you wanted a real contemporary look, you could actually use this fabric for your curtains. Now the fabric is a little thin, so when I make those curtains, I will probably have them lined. And so if you wanted to make your curtains out of this, you could line it with this. And I always like to have my curtains two-sided because when you look at it from the outside, you want something pretty to look at also from the outside. In one of my last shopping hauls from Joann's, I showed you this little loom that I purchased, and it's just a little starter one. You can only make these little baby size, like newborn size caps, and this loom is by Boy. And when I purchased it, I was able to get it on sale, and I think it was under $10, and I had always been wanting to get into it and try it out to see if I liked it. And by the way, I had a big response from the viewers on these looms. So I'll tell you some stories in just a moment. But I was not very satisfied with the loom, and I was almost ready to not use it at all because I was having such difficulty. So let's take a close look at this loom so you can see why I was having so much trouble. When you use the loom, you have this little, I call it a pick, and the yarn is wrapped around the loom pegs right here. And what you do is you push this peg into this groove. Well, I felt that the grooves weren't big enough or wide enough to accommodate this pick. And I was almost ready just to give it up. But I did some research and looked at other websites that had looms and looked at the difference. So there was some looms out there where this was much wider. So I'm going to show that to you now. So I went shopping on Amazon, and I bought a few things off of Amazon that have to do with using a loom. And this was after going to many websites and reading many reviews. And a lot of them recommended this particular brand. It's a KB loom. So I'm going to show you what the looms look like. So in this you get 4 looms, and this kit was very reasonably priced. I don't remember the final price, but I believe it was under $30 for all of this, which was great because you go to Joann's, you try to get this, it's going to cost you $40. So it was a bargain on Amazon to get this. And I'm looking at it, and the grooves are much bigger. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. And here's the pick. Now the one thing is I was disappointed in the pick. It's got a very skinny handle, and it is a lot pointier. The other one was a very flat, and that's why it didn't fit in there. So yes, this goes in there really easy so that you can get it up over there. But I thought this isn't going to hold up very well. So I did some research, and I want to show you one other thing I bought off of Amazon. I went to a website called The Knitting Crowd, and on there they had a section where this really very intelligent young man who was an engineer, I believe, and he discovered that if you buy this little pick from Cricut, that's used for those vinyl embellishments that you can use, and what it does is you pick at the vinyl to pull off the decal. It's got a very pointed end on there, almost too pointed. I think I'll have my husband file it down for me a little bit. But look how strong this handle is. And I used it last night when I was making a little knit cap, and it went so fast. I just zoomed along. So it really sped up the process. Now this came in a kit. I didn't need all this other stuff, but the price was so good because the man on the website, he spent, I think, like almost $14 just for this. I got this whole set here for under $11. So if you're thinking about getting into looming, I would try the KB loom. I haven't seen them in Joann Fabrics and Crafts, but check out Amazon or other websites where you go to get your craft supplies from. When you go to Walmart, you can find yarn. I purchased this at Walmart, but it's a little bit higher grade of yarn. If you're going to do looming and you're just getting started, don't spend a lot of money on your yarn. Where I went was to my local Dollar Tree. So they had yarn there, and they had all types of it there, and just enough where I could probably, out of this one here, this chenille yarn, I could probably get 2 baby caps out of it. So here's the one I made. Isn't this pretty? And it's very, very soft. Again, this is for a newborn baby, not an older baby or a child. So when you buy just one loom, the boy loom, it's just for the baby size hat. It is not for anyone older. You have to buy the kit in order to get all the different size of looms. So if you're looking for inexpensive yarn to get started with, try your local Dollar Tree or your 99-cent stores to see if you can find bargains there in the yarn. Well, I hope you enjoyed this shopping haul video. I hope I've given you some useful information where you can get inexpensive fabrics that are a decent quality. Look for a Walmart that has fabrics and crafts. And then also you can buy the boy loom at Joann's, and you can also get the full set. But I think you will be disappointed in it. So go to Amazon and look at the KB looms, and then also go to your inexpensive 99-cent stores, Dollar Tree, to see if you can find some yarn to get started with. If you're interested in other shopping hauls, there'll be links to those listed below, or if you want to look at some of my tips of the week, I'll have that down there, or just beginner sewing projects. So you want to scroll down below your YouTube screen to the description section, hit on show more or the down arrow, and that will expand it open. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see a lot of links there that you can click on. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl. This is Manny. See you next time.